Hello guys, today we continue with English practice. Okay, the
The
listening,
project
my part in the text today and speak. Okay, one moment. Okay, yeah.
What a curious feeling, said Alice. I must be shutting up like a telescope. And so it was indeed. She was now only 10 inches high, and her face brightened up at the thought that she was now the right size for going through the little door into that lovely garden. After a while, finding that nothing more happened, she decided on going into the garden at once, but, alas for poor Alice. When she got to the door, she found she had forgotten the little golden key, and when she went back to the table for it, she found she could not possibly reach it. She could see it quite plainly through the glass, and she tried her best to climb up one of the legs of the table. But it was too slippery, and when she had tired herself out with trying, the poor little thing sat down and cried. Come, there's no use in crying like that, said Alice to herself rather sharply. I advise you to PG8, leave off this minute. She generally gave herself very good advice, though she very seldom followed it. And sometimes she scolded herself so severely as to bring tears into her eyes. Soon her eye fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it and found in it a very small cake, on which the words, "Eat me," were beautifully marked in currants. Well, I'll eat it, said Alice, and if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key, and if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door. So either way I'll get into the garden, and I don't care which happens. She ate a little bit and said anxiously to herself, which way? Which way? Holding her hand on the top of her head to feel which way she was growing, and she was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size. So she set to work and very soon finished off the cake. PG9. 2. The Pool of Tears. C. Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. Goodbye, feet. Oh, my poor little feet, I wonder who will put on your shoes and stockings for you now, dears? I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself about you. Just at this moment her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now rather more than 9 feet high. And she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off to the garden door. Poor Alice! It was as much as she could do, lying down on one side, to look through into the garden with one eye, but to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again. She went on shedding gallons of tears, until there was a large pool all round her and reaching half down the hall. After a time, she heard a little pattering of feet in the distance and she hastily dried her eyes to see what was coming. It was the White Rabbit returning, splendidly dressed, with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. He, PG10, came trotting along in a great hurry, muttering to himself, "Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess. Oh, won't she be savage if I've kept her waiting?" When the rabbit came near her, Alice began, in a low, timid voice, "If you please, sir." The rabbit started violently, dropped the white kid gloves and the fan and scurried away into the darkness as hard as he could go. Alice took up the fan and gloves and she kept fanning herself all the time she went on talking. Dear, dear, how...
Okay, the next is practice my speaking. What are curious feeling? Sorry. What a curious feeling. Say Alice. I must be shooting up like a telescope. And so it was indeed. She was now only 10 inches height, and her face brightened up the thought that she was now the right side for going through a little door in the lovely garden. After we finded that nothing more happened, she decided on going into the garden once, but alas, for purpose Alice. When she got to the door, she found she had forgotten a little gold key, and when she went back to the table for it, she found she could not possibly reach it. She could see it quite plainly through the glass, and she tried her best to climb up one of the lengths of the table, but I was too slippery, and when she had tired her legs out with trying, the poor little thing sat down and cried. Come there, no use I crying like that. Say at least the hairless rate sharply. I advise you to leave off this minute. She generally have herself very good advice, though she very seldom follow it, and sometimes she scolded herself so severely as the bridge tears into her age. So her eye fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it. I found in a very small cake on which the words "Eat Me" were beautiful marked in currants. Well, I'll eat it, said Alice, and if it made me grow larger, I can reach the key. And if I make me grow smaller, I can creep under the dark. So it's why I get into the garden, and I don't care which happens. She ate a little bit and says and salutes to herself, which white, only her hand on the top of her head, the field with white she was growing, and she was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size through she said to were and very soon finished of the cake. The pool of tears. Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. Now I am opening on like the largest telescope that ever was. Goodbye, feet on my poor little feet. I wonder how we'll put on your shoes and stocking for you. Now there's I fall be great deal too far on far off to trouble myself about you. Just at this moment her head crossed against the roof of the half. In fact, she was now raised more than 9 feet high, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off the garden door. Poor Alice, it was as much as she could do, lying down on one side to look through in the garden with one inch each. but to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began that cry again. She went on. She didn't fall or tear until there was a larger pool around her and reaching half down the hall. Okay, the finish, the part is the down hall. Okay, the next is the frequent questions. The frequent question today is 5 equal yesterday. Okay, do you like spur? I I like triathlon, surf, and water. Uh, Open water swimming. One moment, one moment. I I believe is uh, is water open swimming my airport. Open water swimming. Yes, correct. Open water swimming is my favorite export. Okay. Uh, what is different possibility answers? Okay, yes, I do. Yes, I like sport a little. I really like sport. I enjoy sport. I enjoy it's interesting, more complete. Yes, I like sport, especially running and cycle. Cycle is not my favorite. Okay, I practice sport regularly. If you don't like sport, it's interesting. Not really. I don't like sport very much. It's interesting very much. Uh, I remember very much is uncountable things is perfect. Okay, the next question is the next question is what is your favorite color? Okay, my favorite color is orange. Um, I listen about the person, different person. No, the person the person have one color favorite. In this character, um, this character is your description, uh, how person. But for me is joke or is tonteria is uh, irrelevant. Yeah, okay. The possible answer the question. What is your favorite color? Okay, very simple. My favorite color is blue. I like red. Green is my favorite color. My favorite color is black. I really like blue. My favorite color is blue because it's calm and relaxing. It's interesting, yes, this answer. My favorite color is blue and because it's calm and relaxing. I like green because it reminds me of nature. It's interesting. It reminds me of nature. It's interesting. Uh, I like orange because it remind me of of remind me my favorite animal or my favorite film that I is spirit. The the horses feel the horses feel. Okay, if you like more that one, I like blue and gray. Okay, I don't have just one favorite color. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, uh, in this answer, I I I one moment. And this class is possible equivocarse. Okay, okay, equivocarse. In this practice it's possible to make mistakes. Oh, okay, it's interesting. Okay, uh, okay, um, okay, yeah. Me. And these sentences in Spanish is is my sentence com, my 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 complete text. No, my complex text. My complex. It's interesting. My complex text is yes. Okay. My favorite color is orange. I think it's better creative and outside the usual normal. Oh, okay. Outside is interesting label. It is like fire or sparkling. It reminds me, okay, a lot of energy. My favorite color is orange because it's a feeling creative and different from the usual. It's like fire, breathes, and energy, and I really reminds of me of energy. It's interesting and it's interesting complex sentence. Okay, the next is okay, where do you live? In my case, I live in Punta Hermosa. Different answer. I live in Peru. I live in Lima. I live in Lima, Peru. I live in a small city in Peru. I live in Lima, the capital of Peru. I live in Peru with my family. I live near the city center. Oh, yes. I live in a quiet neighborhood. Neighborhood is interesting. Okay. Okay, neighborhood. I like Quiet. Ah, interesting. Okay, the next question is: are you married or single? In my case, I am single. I am single. I am not married. I am married. I am married. I am single right now. I am married and have a family. Okay. I prefer not to talk about my personal life. Oh, it's interesting answer. The next. What are your plans for the future? In my future, for me is the creative, the business for export or gastronomic or or by something. In my case, I want to keep learning English. It's interesting. I want to study and improve my skill. For exactly is my in my case simple and natural. And my plan to continue studying and working is perfect. I want to grow professionally. In my future, I want to improve my English and develop my career. I plan to work on my project to and learn new things. I am not completely sure yet, but I want to keep learning and improve. Okay. The next is the letters. Okay. Today the letter is regain. Regain to get something back after lose it. Okay. After the injury, he worked hard to regain his strength. Ah, it's interesting. Okay. Strength, the physical power or ability to do something the mind. And strength train help prevent injuries. Okay, he showed great spirit during the competition. Oh, okay, interesting. Cardio exercise that increase heart rate and improve cardiovascular health. Cardio is important for endurance. Oh, endurance is interesting. Uh, she does cardio 3 times a week. Interesting. New vocabulary. Endurance, the ability to continue doing something difficult for a long time. Running build endurance. Oh, interesting. Athlete need mental and physical endurance. Oh, interesting. Conditioning training that improve fitness and overall physical performance. Training that improve fitness and good condition is essential for sport. Oh, okay, he focused on condition during pre-season. Oh, okay, it's interesting. Okay, the present perfect, the use talk about action that happens in the past but are connected to the present. Ah, it's interesting. Subject has had a past participle. He have regained all physical strength. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, that finish.